Hi guys, I just wanted to let you know why the NAEYC is very important to me as an educator. And as I go to get a job or as I finish up my teacher degree, I can always go back to this site and reference from it and take information that I may need for another class. And it also teaches me very important things as a parent when my children are in a daycare setting or out in an after-school program. You know, hand washing is very important. Telling a child when to wash their hands or after they wash their hands, even adults, we forget to wash our hands sometimes, but it's very important when you're working in a child care facility or as a teacher, you wash your hands multiple times so you don't spread germs from one child to the next. I know as a paraprofessional, I am always washing my hands because I bounce to multiple rooms and I help multiple children a day. Diapering, I don't really have to worry about that much more, but if I was ever in a early program or another daycare, I love the rules of knowing exactly how to diaper a child, what's important, making sure if they need diaper rash cream that we have all their paperwork on file, making sure I clean a child, making sure if a child's allergic to something, we communicate with our parents and let them know. Medications are also very important in any center, even schools. Having that information from that doctor telling when that child is supposed to take that medication and how that medication is given is also very important in a child care facility. You also need to look at foods, especially with infants, because when they first start that new baby food, you have to know exactly how long to give that food and what that parent wants. And if that kid has an allergy to that baby food, you need to let that parent know so they can let their doctor know, and we can keep that baby safe during that time. And also, as I get older, we have a lot of children today that have a lot of peanut butter allergies. Some of them are allergic to gluten now. We need to make sure we are able to benefit those children in our classroom so that they don't end up with an anaphylactic shock. I actually lost a good friend of mine this year from that situation. Somebody put peanut butter in a pancake while she was out on vacation, and she had a multiple heart attack and passed away on us. It's been very hard for us as teachers and as we go on, but I know it's very important in any center or any school to make sure that we support that situation. Feeding, we also need to know how to feed, because you got the formula and you got breast milk. When you're feeding an infant, you cannot give that infant somebody else's breast milk. That baby could have a reaction and you could lose them. And it's also good for the NAEYC to tell you exactly how much to give or what to give and what medical forms that you may need for your classroom, or explaining, washing your hands before you feed the baby, washing your hands after feeding the baby, making sure that baby's burped, cleaned up, and you don't mix the formula or the breast milk. Baby's breast milk that's parents' breast milk. You can't, and knowing when to throw a bottle out is also very important. As an educator in a infant setting, there's a lot more work in an infant room than most people think you have to do. You have to make sure, if they do not finish that bottle and formula, you have to throw out after an hour so that infant doesn't get sick or end up, having a reaction to something. You also need to look at the sickness and illness conditions. If a child has lice, you need to make sure you isolate that baby. That child has to be isolated from the other children, but making sure that it's not their fault. It isn't their fault that they got lice, or maybe they got pink eye, or they have the flu. We need to make sure that they are safe, comfortable at that time. And the NAEYC is very good at telling you exactly what you have to do, how to contact those parents, and what needs to be in each thing. Also, before a child starts, you need all their information. it also tells you what information you need, when that information needs to be updated, and why it's important. Food allergies. Oh, before any child starts in any child care facility, you need to know what food allergies that child has. Because if you don't know, and a child gets sick from eating, some bread, you need to be able to let that parent know that that might have happened. It was a mistake, apologize, and you need to know what proper forms and conditions that you have to take, and how to make sure if you need to report it to somebody about any different information. And also with illnesses, you also need to know when you have to report something to the health department. Right now, I know it's a serious time with the coronavirus going around, and it's very important to report different things, and we're all trying to just get back to normal. And the NAEYC is very awesome and very great information. As an early educationer, I am going to take this website and I'm going to carry it with me for the rest of my education, actually probably for the rest of my life. I want to thank you all for listening and have a great day. Bye.